Be ready for the dictation. Without stop. Start. Mr. Chairman, sir, I rise to support the demands for grants of the Ministry of External Affairs. Non-alignment and Panchsheel are two basic ingredients of our foreign policy. Since we achieved independence, we had to face so many internal and external pressures, yet we remained firm in our policy. This can be attributed to strong leadership of the party, which has all along been in power at the center except for a brief spell of 2 years. After our independence, under the dynamic leadership of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, the role of India in the international sphere was identified, and we always kept ourselves away from the politics of Cold War. There is no gainsaying the fact that Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the founder of non-alignment. When he was the deputy chairman of the interim government, it was Pandit Nehru who first gave an idea of non-alignment on 7th September 1946, and in those days the non-alignment movement was considered an affair confined to Tito, Nasir and Nehru only. But Nasir entered the international arena in 1953 and Yugoslavia was alienated towards Soviet Union. This non-aligned movement is not only an ideal policy, but it has played a significant role in the economic and social development of the country. It was very essential for the development of our country and for building economic relations to establish links with both the superpowers. That is why today India is called the chief spokesman of the third world. By the non-aligned movement, we have proved that international relations can be demarcated, and along with it we have been able to raise the UNO to the level of an ideal seat of power. We have been able to contain colonialism to a considerable extent. Therefore, I want to submit that in putting an end to colonialism and in developing international democracy, the non-aligned policy of our country achieved enormous success except few exceptions. For example, although Iraq and Iran both are non-aligned countries, they are at present involved in a prolonged war which has reached to a point that makes it the most gory battle in the matter of bloodshed, only next to the Second World War. The way oil vessels were destroyed recently and indiscriminate bombardment of civil population makes our heart fill with terror.